What up? What up? So, last video I talked about where settling has got me in life. If you haven't checked that video out, go check it out. But now I'm talking about where selflessness has got me in life. Recent events / that video has motivated me to want to make this video. So, here it goes. So, selflessness, for those who I don't know, for some reason don't know what selflessness is. It's pretty much doing for others, not simply just doing for self, or not doing for self, but doing for others. Not being selfish. The opposite of being selfish is selfless, or selflessness is the opposite of selfishness. So, of course, much like other people, much like yourself, when I was a selfless person, it came back in the form of good karma, good energy, good whatever, right? Good things have happened to me because I did something good for somebody else, and it wasn't for a selfish reason. It was probably for no reason, or because I just was spreading love that way, and then it came back to me. I have examples of that. I'm not going to go over every example of that. I mainly want to talk about the times where I was being selfless and it ended up harming me. Because yes, giving too much can harm the individual. Just like settling too much or not necessarily going for yours, as the last message was in that video. Again, go check it out if you haven't. Can harm you as well. There have been times, just like I said, just as much as when I was selfless, I got good, but there have been numerous of times where I was selfless and I was just considering some other people's feelings, considering other people's time and whatever, but not being considerate. Considerate. Yeah, that's what it is, the considerate of my own time, my own feelings, my own anything, right? But I just put all that to the back burner, or did not even regard anything that involved me, and only put their well-being before mine. And it hurt me, just like how I'm pretty sure it's hurt you and other people in the past, and hopefully not now in the present. All I can tell you is, if it is something that you're still going through within the present, at this moment in time where you're being selfless and it's not necessarily serving you, I think that is the universe telling you it is about damn time, or it's been past damn time, but it's about damn time that you actually do something for you. And I think you're constantly being kicked in the ass because you're not doing for yourself. The universe doesn't just reward people for doing for others. It rewards us for doing for ourselves as well. And that is something that I had to learn later on in life as well, where I wasn't necessarily getting things that I was getting the result that I wanted for myself. And it's like, well, motherfucker, you're not doing anything for yourself. You're doing things for other people, thinking that it's going to come back for you, and these people aren't doing anything for you. You're serving people that aren't necessarily serving you in a way that you want, that you deserve to be serviced as well. It's the energy that the positive energy you're giving out to them is not getting back to you, and a large part of it is due to half of it being due to they ain't shit. They just not a person that's really going to give back that energy. They take. They're leeches. They're going to take all that energy they can get from you and everybody else, and they're not going to give it back. Another part of it is because you're not giving that energy to yourself. You're not getting it at all. You're giving it, and when you do have that energy, you should reserve it for yourself, but you're not, because you're giving all of that energy to undeserving people, or to other people in general, even if they are deserving of it. Okay, now deserving people will give that energy back, but if you continue to give that energy away to other people, which likely are undeserving people, you're not giving to yourself again. At the end of the day, it means more for you to give to yourself than it is to receive that energy from someone else. That's why self-love is a lot more worthy. It's worth more than love from somebody else. It don't matter how many other people. Well, it does matter how many people love you, but in the grand scheme of things, if you don't love yourself, and you see this in suicide notes, and people have these emotions and things of that nature, if people keep saying they love you, they think you're great, this, that, and the third, as I mentioned in my imposter syndrome video, it didn't matter how many times family members or people or strangers even were telling me how great I was, I did not feel great. And therefore, because I did not feel great, I didn't think I was great. Again, same goes for the love situation, same goes for, how to deal with being selfish and selflessness. If you don't feel as though you are someone who is lovable, you are someone who deserves anything, no matter how much you give to other people, you subconsciously are not giving to yourself because you probably feel as though you don't deserve it. So it's time for you to be selfish, and it's time for you to actually get the things that you want. If you want these things, you're gonna have to be selfish. If you want the happiness that you want in your life, you're gonna have to be selfish. And that's probably a totally different message from what your favorite life guru, life coach has given you. If you want these things, you're gonna have to be a nice person and give. That's a great message and all, but again, part of what makes giving a beautiful thing is receiving. You can't have the yin without the yang, right? You can't have one without the other. They're supposed to be together. Giving is supposed to be with receiving. It's not enough just to give. If you have food in your house, you have all these canned goods and everything, right? But you're constantly giving it to the less fortunate, or people who simply just need it, or perceived less fortunate. People are probably just using you, and they're not really as, in a bad place as they're making it seem, but they know they can get free shit from you, so they're gonna make it seem like they're in a bad way. And then you end up giving your whole damn house away, all your damn food. What are you left with? You're left with nothing. And then you're going to be cursing God, you're going to be cursing the universe and saying, I do all these nice things for people and these bad things happen to me. Why? Well, it's because you gave all of the things that you were blessed with away. You gave your blessings away to other people. It's really that simple. And like I said moments ago, the universe is going to continuously kick you in your bum. All right, I think I cursed enough here, but you're going to constantly get kicked in your butt by the universe if you're not being selfish and you're not saying, you know what? Yes, I give, and I'm not going to stop giving, but it's my turn to receive now. It's my turn to get the things that I deserve. And with me, the times where I was selfless, yes, there have been times where I got something back. I got a good feeling from doing so. I love helping people. I love helping people. Ask anybody I've helped. They're going to be like, he does things out of the kindness of his heart. But he's no fucking pushover either. And he's not someone who's going to give to you. He doesn't just give to everybody. He gives to people who he believes is worthy of giving to. So, with that being said, I'm just an individual. I'm not perfect, but I'm the type where I value giving to others, but I especially value giving to myself. Because at the end of the day, if I want to obtain something, right, it is up to me to be able to obtain whatever that thing is. If I have certain goals, if I have a certain vision for my life, this can apply to you as well. If you have a certain goal, you have a certain vision for your life, you can give and think and hope that karma is just going to be all giddy with joy and then decide to give back to you because you gave. Or you can be realistic about it and say, you know what, I'm not just going to leave it up to this invisible force like karma in the universe or God. And I'm going to create these things for myself. And by doing so, these are selfish acts, but selfish acts of kindness and love for yourself. So that's what it is. And, you know, be more selfish in a good way, of course. You know, you have to think about yourself before you think about others. And I love using this analogy, so you're probably going to hear me use it in other videos as well. But think about it when you're on the plane and they say if shit is going down, right? Don't say it like how I say it, but they say if shit is going down and you're on the side where the air mask falls, right? Not both sides get the air mask. You know what I'm saying? The oxygen mask, right? One side gets it. So if it falls on your side, right, you have to be the one. It is instructed by the airplane people. You know what I'm saying? The pilot and everybody, right? It is instructed that you put the mask on first before you give it to your neighbor. Because you have to be healthy enough to help other people. If it falls on your side and you're like, no, I gotta save them. Yeah, there is a chance that they will then return that favor because you saved their life first before theirs. But them seconds matter. All that time you're taking to take the mask and reach over to your neighbor, either the left or the right side, and to reach over to your neighbor and give them the oxygen where you could have just gave yourself the oxygen first. Take them precious seconds to give yourself the oxygen so you are healthy enough within them precious seconds to save that other person's life. Yeah, that's the type of healthy selfishness that I'm talking about. But if you don't want to do that, cool. Just don't be mad when the universe continues to whip your ass because you're not giving to yourself. I just don't want to see you curse God or curse anybody else. And long story short or whatever, I think a lot of people's biggest gripe with religion, especially with Christianity, other than the hypocrisy, is the simple fact that they feel as though they are people who deserve things, but they don't necessarily actually do something for themselves. They think because they are a good person and they give to other people that it's supposed to just, all the things that they want for themselves are supposed to just fall into their lap and fall into their life, when it's like you're not actually doing anything for yourself though. And you damn sure are not really doing these things, these nice things for other people for the right reasons. You're actually only just giving because you read in a book that if you gave to your neighbor and all these other people, that you would get something in return. So you're only giving to get something in return. And that's really no different from the person who picks up, a hitchhiker and then expects a blowjob or a hand job or something, or some sexual favor because they gave that individual a ride to wherever they needed to go, But that's where I'm going to end off this video. Be more selfish, man, in a good way. So until next time, until next video, you see me when you see me. Peace out.